Hey guys, what's up? It's me, DizzyTheConquer. I figured why not give you like a certain little video since I've been pretty much busy trying to get people to audition for Marvel superheroes, all that junk. So I figured why not give you a commentary on, let's say, Marvel superheroes, the whole season 1. Think of this as a director's cut version of the series. It's basically what I tell you, what I think, what I did wrong, when I first started out to this, what I think was good moments or bad moments, and what I'm planning on to be, improved. And of course, we figured why not, do this. We might as well start with the very first episode, which is of course the one that started off. I figured why not, do something like this just to introduce, the main 6 that will be, or the main 5. Really, there's technically 6 if you count Psylocke, but she's not really part of the not X-Men, the Avengers. So, but I figured why not add her for the game's sake. And this intro, I decided to use this intro instead because, well, it was based off the comic, and the visuals, of course, is from the game as well. So I figured why not use it. I will be making like a different intro, like a completely original intro, using some music that Wizzy Whip It Wonderful made a long time ago, which is pretty cool that he still let me use it. I had to say, one of the things that I know went wrong is definitely the fight scenes. I mean, not that they're bad. Okay, some of them are bad. Let me just say right now, some of them are horrible, and it pretty much gives the fact that they say, "Oh, look at me, I'm better than you because I use Mugen." And I know, I actually learned from that. I will use Mugen, but most of the time they'll just be orchestrated, not like this, but more like a freestyle. Like let's take for instance this Sprite series that a friend of mine did, but not stopped doing it, called Klonoa Dream Bullet. Some of you might have heard of it because the fact that Sora's in it, all that other stuff, Bone is actually not that bad. You should really check it out. It's a shame that he quit it because his life, his real life got in the way since he going to college and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I decided to learn from that. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I am going to still use Flash. I mean, I use Flash for some of the scenes here, but most of the time it's just Sony Vegas, as some of you can actually tell. But on the real, I had to say, the reason why some of the fight scenes are not, most of them suck, is because they're too damn long. I'm just being honest. These fight scenes are just too long, and it's a good thing that I'm actually not really thinking of how bad this is, but just talking about it. But like I said, I learned my lesson. I learned how to do it, so I'm going to do it in another different way. That way, the audience won't say, "My God, this is just too long." But hey, just most of the time, do this commentary, I will be, trying to make this, fights a little shorter or skip it. But as of right now, not right now. As for Avalanche, I just used him, for that one part just because, just because. I don't know. I was like, and Avalanche, she's alright. I figured why not, because I was planning on giving Luke Cage some more airtime since he's technically now an Avengers, since the whole thing with Avengers versus X-Men. And I figured, I've been reading about Luke Cage. He is actually one of my favorite Marvel comic characters, like, ever. Now it's because of the fact that he's actually more human than the rest of the heroes that you see today, including more human than Captain America. Plus, I actually do like his style. And I have to say this, it's a shame that I have no one actually going through like other characters other than the main characters and all the other stuff. I only had like 2 women actually audition for this show. And I'm actually surprised. Well, not really. I'm really surprised that nobody wouldn't even pretty much go for the rest. I mean, yeah, this means pretty good. I'm grateful, but some of the characters I do need voices. Like, I do need a Black Widow because she's going to be playing a major part in the story. That's a fact. I do need someone to play Black Widow. So, you know, if you're like a voice actor or actress, you know, who like doing fan stuff or all that stuff, want to help out, get yourself out there, learn a few things, go check out the link to either the Voice Acting Lines or Voice Acting Club, because I post both of them, you know, just in case. And I know, and of course, not that many people did Luke Cage either. So I decided, just in case there's not that many people going for Luke Cage, I'm going to voice it myself. As you can tell, I don't have the greatest mic or the greatest equipment for voice acting, but when words comes to words, I will voice Luke Cage. Besides, I think I got the voice down anyway. Or the attitude, really. It's all personal preference, I might say. But yeah. And I had to say, I'm glad that I ended this fight right here, because this is like my first time actually doing a fight scene like that. And this is actually one of my favorite, you know, how you say, one of my favorite moments. Because of the song. The song. Like I said, Wizzy Whip is wonderful. Did like some really good music. You know, it was already made before, you know, he did, you know, stuff for the show. I asked him, can I use his music? And I will always credit him because I always use his music. Speaking of that, shout outs to Black Bomb, No More Heroes, Tempo, and Mr. Super Ultimate, and of course Wizzy Whip Wonderful again, to allow us to actually use their music for the show. We really appreciate it, because some of us actually do know how to make the music, but in the same style you do, it's, yeah, we are still learning. I'm sorry, we're still learning. And I actually like the way that I did, you know, this one part explaining where the gems came from and all that stuff. I really actually like how I combine the Marvel Superheroes game from, you know, the footage from the Super NES to make it look like, you know, it's telling a decent story. But hey, I will say this. I really wish I would have thought of actually putting some voices in until season finale. But that didn't really go away because of time constraints and time failure. So I decided to, you know, do voices, you know, do experiments, I apologize for that. Experiments with them with I Got Bored, some little sketches, all that stuff. And once I got that down, I said to myself, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it from now on. Oh, and I had to say that little, you know, static. I actually used that at first because, well, at first I did not know how to actually, you know, approach that. Should I use the static from the other picture, or how, you know, should I use the static from the other picture, or just use that static since we already got that from like another source? And I had to say, I would actually enjoy the sunset scene more if I haven't really, you know, put the text in a way. Now for that one, I can see why I did that, because, you know, it don't really fit, but I can fix that. I'll be able to do that when I do season 2. And as some of y'all notice, I do use this same song right here a lot because it's basically called Chiasu's Theme. It's made by Wizzy, of course. It's actually really good. Plus, he's really underrated. The same thing with Tien. A lot of people don't get the fact that most of the DBC characters that you see are pretty underrated. Yamcha, I can actually understand why, because think about it, he gets killed a lot. Tien, really underrated. Oh, I actually do like this one, you know, with Wolverine. And the flying scene with the Sentinels is actually like the first thing I did that was actually, how did I put this? It's like a very first, you know, thing that I decided to do with Sony Vegas. I will be doing that again, have like an aerial battle with, in season 2. It's not really, you know, final. This is just planned stuff that I really want to do. I want to have like Sentinel just fly out, battle, and you know, Storm and Thor, and then if possible, I want to see if I can add Forge into this, because there's like these 4 sprites that Capcom made, and I figured since not Thor, God damn it, I apologize for this, everyone. I know this is becoming like a crappy commentary, but hey, at least you get something to laugh about. But anyway, Storm, Thor battle the Sentinels, and out of nowhere, Forge, there we go, Forge will help them out. And I've been getting this question a lot. Will Black Panther make an appearance? Yes, but I would put it like this: they won't be together, because Marvel Super Heroes Season 2, Apocalypse will be coming back, and it will be, you know, somewhat based off of, you know, Age of Apocalypse, all that stuff, but it will be after the events of Avengers vs. X-Men. In other words, Storm is going to probably beat the crap out of Black Panther, along with Thor's help, because I do have like this one scene that I really want to do, which I wrote down in paper, sounded really cool, all that stuff, and I figured, why not just have that? Oh, those Marvel superheroes, those little bumpers, I actually, you know, had that, you know, I did set in stone before I even made the show, which I would admit is actually really good. And this one part, I actually do like how I did this, but I want to be in a bank. As for this part, there's just one thing that I tried but executed really badly. It's actually during the fight. I'm actually surprised that a lot of people got through these fight scenes. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to mention this, for like another type of fight scene I want to do is like Injustice style. If you don't know what Injustice style is, I suggest you look up Injustice gameplay. And this is the part where I was talking to you about. You see right there? I actually resized Spider-Man's, you know, GIF and did nothing with the stage. I should have actually left the stage, you know, let it just record on song, put the Spider-Man graphic on top, save the video, and actually just, you know, resize, you know, the whole video in general. That way it won't look tacky. But hey, like I said, this is actually my first try, and I was actually surprised that a lot of people, when they was looking at this, they were a little bit lenient on me. I was actually expecting like some, you know, cruel feedback. I mean, hell, I still actually do get some cruel feedback, but it helps. I'm actually, you know, happy that people are willing to be honest to actually help me out. And I had to say, you can tell by, you know, my later videos that me and the team had actually, you know, gotten a lot better. Not just with quality input, but, you know, with using the programs as well. I mean, there's even some people that would actually like to do like some collaboration stuff. Like for instance, when I was doing Marvel Superheroes, the guy that made, you know, the Luke Cage sprites, he actually updated those and gave them to me to test them out. And, you know, I used those for the show. And I actually liked that part. We actually did the tornado, and then that effect come on, the after image effect. That was actually really cool. I did not know that would happen until the end of it, because I was just too busy doing the fight scenes. Oh, and I actually liked the part where Rhino just come in and just start destroying the city, and the police are right there, and then boom, Psylocke. Oh, and by the way, if some of you might not know this or know about this, she will not be a major character in Season 2. She has been replaced with, you know, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, all the other stuff. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like that, but, you know, whatever. Plus, I have to admit, this fight scene right here, I have to admit, it's pretty boring. I mean, and And that right there is why I'm doing the Injustice style. Because of that, the engine don't really support that type of stuff unless it's like, how you say, trying to do a full game. Take Best Mrs. Full Game Capcom Universe Nexus of Heroes, for example. He's currently building, that, and coming out with Demo 2, by the way, which I will be doing a video of that because, I mean, let's face it, that's the only game that's going to be close to Capcom Fighting All-Stars we're going to get for a long time. But yeah, that one thing is actually one of the reasons why I'm doing like Injustice style, transitions. And I'm actually been working on them, so in the future when I get the chance, because AC, one of the writers that I know from like this forum that I usually talk to, he said that he would actually help me out, let me borrow some of his backgrounds and his sprites to actually work on the transitions, and we actually did promise him, help with special things and all that stuff, and he would get to see the transition. So once we actually get the chance to work on those, we'll show them to him, and he gives some credits because he actually do make these backgrounds. He's actually really good. And I think this should be the end of it. Yep, this is definitely the end of it, because this is basically, right there. So yeah, this is actually the end of it for right now. Oh, by the way, if you don't know who that guy in the back right there with the white coat and the purple pants, find out on the next time we do this type of commentary, or when I do this type of commentary. And I actually do like the way, I always ended with Captain America. I always say Avengers move out. And the reason why I actually put Marvel in the credits is because, using their characters, same way I'm used, put Capcom in the credits because, their graphics. Oh, and by the way, you won't see that ending, that whole DizzyTheConquer, YouTube.com says DizzyTheConquer outro in season 2. I got something else made, like real actual credits, since I'm going to have real voice actors and hopefully actresses, working with this with me as well. So that was, Director's Cut commentary number 1. And if you enjoy, I hope you enjoy this.